Today's horoscope, Taurus September 9th, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. With today's moon, you're more inclined to seek harmony or company. Today's transits can confuse communications and are not ideal for solid decision-making. As well, you may not feel thoroughly understood, particularly when it comes to a special interest, friend, dream, or long-term plan. You may need more time to connect with your intuition before deciding things now, and distractions temporarily make it difficult to do that. Needless today, it's best not to choose today for an important conversation. Aim to let go of rigid ways of looking at things, and if you find yourself acting out of your insecurities or fears, nip this in the bud as soon as possible. When it comes to our ever-changing and beautiful sky, there are many different celestial objects to watch. While the luminaries and planets are seen as the most potent and powerful ones to interpret and follow, the asteroids bring subtle details to light about the evolution of humanity. Today, the asteroid known as Pallas shifts into the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. Pallas teaches us about the balance between the masculine and the feminine and encourages us to embrace wisdom and courage in our lives, especially around our emotions and relationships. Harness this energy going forward. With Pallas in Sagittarius, adventure, exploration, and travel can be particularly inspiring. Soar forth. Take your dreams seriously. It is time to prioritize your hopes and wishes when the Sun in Virgo opposes Saturn retrograde in Pisces. You might be in an overly practical mood. It could be far-fetched to pursue a dream, even though you have what it takes. However, you need to take yourself more seriously if there is a dream job, passion project, or idea that you want to do. Nobody else will do it for you. Take it upon yourself to become more responsible for fulfilling your dreams in your work life. You are ambitious and can sometimes forget the pleasure that is to be had along the way. Try devising a quiz that you can give yourself a few times a month. Call it the Creature Comfort Quiz. The questions are up to you, but here are some examples. Is there enough bubble bath in the house? Do I have clothes that flatter my body type? Or do I need to do a little shopping for basics? Do I have my favorite fresh fruit in the house? Etc. With a little self-interrogation, you will come up with plenty of ideas that make you smile. You can expect to have highs and lows during the day. You are coming into a period when you will be questioning yourself and you'll have to make some big decisions, notably in your private life. Some problems related to group projects that you have been involved in recently should be coming up as well. A lawsuit may complicate the situation, so be vigilant and prudent, especially if you sign a contract. In addition, a slight contretemps and unexpected situation could arise and add to the trouble that recent events have created. Having the moon in your relationship sector during Mars' first weekend in your communication sector offers an early boost for overcoming communication barriers. For the moon, this is a routine monthly visit that will keep you emotionally engaged for a few days. However, with Venus just 15 days away from beginning the first planetary activity on the relationship front this year, it also serves as a preview of what's to come. Mars will remain in your communication sector not only when Venus arrives, but throughout her entire time in your relationship sector. Having the moon in your relationship sector during Mars' first weekend in your communication sector is both a short and a long-term advantage. In the short term, this is a chance for your relationships to benefit from Mars' new war on communication barriers, while at the same time giving you a taste of things to come when Venus, the planet of love, returns to your relationship sector later in the month. Daily Planetary Overview. On a more personal level, today could stir up feelings of attraction and longing that are hard to ignore. You might find yourself desiring a deeper, more sensual connection in your relationships. It's completely natural to crave intimacy, to want to feel close to someone both physically and emotionally. These desires are part of our human experience. But if you're feeling indecisive, that longing can quickly turn into anxiety. Have you ever felt torn between your deepest desires and the fear of making the wrong choice? It's a tricky balance, and today, you might find yourself wrestling with those very emotions. If you've ever been caught in that push and pull of wanting something but being unsure of how to go about it, you're not alone. Today might bring those feelings to the surface, nudging you to confront them. It's okay to take your time with these Euro. There's no need to rush into decisions just because your emotions feel heightened. Have you noticed that when you give yourself a moment to pause and reflect, the right path often becomes clearer? One thing to watch for today is the temptation to overindulge as a way of coping with these intense emotions. Whether it's food, drink, or distractions like mindless scrolling, it's easy to turn to these comforts when you're feeling uncertain. But staying calm and resisting those impulses is your best bet for managing your feelings in a healthy way. If you find yourself reaching for that extra slice of cake or contemplating a purchase you don't really need, pause for a moment. Ask yourself if this is truly what will make you feel better in the long run. Often, what we need most is just a little space to breathe, a moment to reflect on what's really going on beneath the surface. Despite these emotional challenges, there's also a powerful sense of mental and physical strength running through you today. This is an ideal time to tackle those tough decisions you've been avoiding. Maybe there's been something weighing on your mind for a while, a choice you've been putting off because it feels overwhelming. Today, you have the clarity and courage to face it head on. Take your time to carefully consider all the details before coming to a conclusion, but once you've made your decision, trust yourself. Have you ever made a tough choice, and even though it was difficult, you felt a sense of relief afterward? That's the kind of energy you can tap into today. Once you've made up your mind, stand by it with confidence and avoid second-guessing yourself. On the professional front, your energy and courage are at an all-time high. You have everything you need to achieve your ambitions, but proceed with caution. It's easy to get sidetracked by intricate details that can seem interesting but ultimately distract you from your main goals. Have you ever been so focused on one small part of a project that you lost sight of the bigger picture? Today, try to approach things in a level-headed and sensible way. By concentrating on the most important tasks, you'll avoid unnecessary delays and reach a successful outcome more efficiently. Challenges may arise, but remember, not every difficult situation is as critical as it seems at first. When you're faced with what appears to be a crisis, take a deep breath and react calmly. Emotions can easily flare up in stressful moments, but if you allow yourself to stay grounded, you'll notice that most disturbances blow over without causing any real damage. Have you ever found that after taking a step back and giving yourself some space to breathe, what seemed like a major problem wasn't so overwhelming after all? Today is a reminder that you have the strength to handle whatever comes your way. Just stay calm and collected. As you go through the day, take a moment to check in with yourself. How are you feeling? How can you navigate today's twists and turns with grace? How can you balance your enthusiasm and dreams with a grounded, realistic approach? I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. How do you handle unexpected surprises in your life? And what steps are you taking to turn your dreams into reality? Feel free to share in the comments. Today is full of opportunities, so embrace it with an open heart and a steady mind.